Good day, Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Words. Happy Monday to everyone. I hope everyone had a safe and happy weekend if you celebrate the 4th, or if you do not. I saw some of your Instagrams. People were partying, having a good time. That's what's up. That's what's up. So it is Monday also. I am wearing my beanie in honor of the birthday of the god beanie of the Beanie Mafia, Elizabeth Strauss, aka Deadpan Lizzie. Unfortunately, she's not with us today. She is exploring nature in more ways than one. So happy birthday to Elizabeth Strauss. All right. So let us quickly get to business, because I want to hear some poems. It's been a long week. I need the poetry. This is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We do this on Zoom. On the left-hand side of your screen, you will see the number 279-995-364. Shout out to Chris Lopez for helping us get this puppy started. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you could join us on Zoom, or you could stay put. Also, if you would like to re-watch this open mic or previous open mics, you can check out our Facebook and YouTube, as that's where it is. We'd like to thank the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. You too can support us with a tax-deductible donation at neweurekan.org/contribute, or to our Cash App, New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Thank you to everyone who has donated. It has helped us keep our free online events going. Make sure you check out the other events that New York does other than the open mics. They're really interesting stuff. Today, put the kids away. I didn't even give you a spoiler warning. I just threw naked bodies up on your screen. Today, the theme is naked. Now, of course, you can flip naked however you want. You can get real erotic if you want. That is your choice. Or you can get it as if, like, you're feeling vulnerable, and use it metaphorically, however you want. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen, next week, superpower is going to be the theme. After that, conspiracy. And after that, thirst trap. I mean, I'm just hitting it on the head with that one, right? Like, I don't know how you're gonna flip it. But nonetheless, all of those 2 months in advance, the themes, you can find that on my social media at Advocate of Words, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. I'm on like all the social medias. Just Google me, Advocate of Words. When you spell words, that is with a Z at the end, poetic license and stuff. Poets, please turn your camera on. We are trying to simulate a real open mic as much as possible. And part of the open mics at the cafe is about the performance and seeing your face. Of course, you do not have to be as animate as me, but still, we want to see your face, give life to your poems. So make sure you turn your cameras on. If you got an email today that you are on the open mic list, please have your poem ready, as in now. We have a lot of people on the list. We want to try to get to as many as possible. And sometimes we lose precious time because people are like, oh, wait, I need to open up WordPad and stuff. So please get it ready. Poets, you have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to do your poems. Be courteous. We have a lot of people on the open mic list. We want to try to get to as many as possible. 4 minutes. No censorship. I should have said that before I showed you the naked bodies, right? It was silhouette, though. The silhouette. No censorship. Just to let you know, that's how we run our open mics. Unmute yourself after the poem. You see you're going to get a warning on the screen saying the host would like you to unmute yourself. That's when we would like to for you to unmute yourselves and make some noise, shower the poets with a lot of love, appreciation, say all that kind of stuff, and so it is naked. Stick to the theme, but you don't have to. If tonight you don't have a poem for this theme, do not worry, you can still participate and rock out. So with that being said, if you check the Zoom chat, those of us who are joining me on Zoom, I put up there the list. I'm going to do it one more time. And now we are going to get ready and start it off with, I like the background. I like the background. It's super colorful. I love that. And that is Amanda. Amanda, let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry.
Thank you for having me. I'm in my bedroom today instead of my living room, so it's very free to color. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Medium, Amanda Ashley Villanueva. I have 2 pieces. One is sour and one is sweet. So we're gonna start with sour and then we're gonna get sweet. First piece is called Homemade Hypocrisy. You want me naked, want me to bare my soul, want me to bear the recipe to every secret sauce, but you ain't no fucking boss, B. Look more like the police to me. Got a white face demanding I say whatever you need to hear as to not sit with the fear rupturing inside you. This piece is a snitch, letting everybody know you got the wrong bitch. It has been long overdue for me to turn this mirror true. Has been long overdue for me to turn this mirror in and ask the rhetorical questions. Like, why is this the second professor I've frisbeed intimacy with, only for them to not practice what they preach so fucking loudly? And I be the first to say, chill, they're human. But victim blaming is for the birds I used to fly with. It wasn't too many moons ago that I sweet talked my mom for every coin she bathed me in. Always made sure to ask for more because I knew she had it to give, and she did. Till this day, she says she would do it all over again, and I know she still hasn't learned her lesson. Even the most unconditional love seems to come with a fine print, seems to come with a bold hint to get out while you still can. Big love to my Bronx Bori Roz, who told me to keep my pretty brown eyes open real wide. And in Aries fashion, I didn't listen. I chose to glisten in the land of make-believe, the land where somebody tried to polish me like some trophy, tried to colonize me, even if only subconsciously. But this isn't a game anymore. You got a stench of intermittence. Don't tell a bitch like me to finish her sentence because you want me naked and I can barely think of anything worse. So remember, I ain't a poet for no reason. This seasoned tongue will hand you your ass before you even know what hit you. Grab a tissue or an altar. This princess, you can't falter. This princess, you will exalt her even when you hate it. Call me distasteful, call me a cabrona, call me la llorona, porque a mí no me importa. And now we go sweet. Si yo fuera una postre, if I was a dessert. Half flan, half bizcocho chocolate con un chin de café, always burning your tongue, always hotter than expected, always creamier than perfected, always waiting for you with the sweetest, sensual sense of a Puerto Rican bakery. This Aries tastes like the darkest cherry on top of a piña colada melted into mango butter on a turquoise beach, feeding you peaches with African jazz whistling like white noise, toys wrapped in a nutmeg hazelnut hammock above a ground of raspberry rosemary cheesecake, toes deep in vanilla snickerdoodle sand. Papi, please pass me a fan and then take a pause, because a foster of banana pumpkin pie drowned in dulce de tres leche rests in my temple trunk, rests waiting just for us. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves, give some love to Amanda.
Yes, Norman.
Hey,
That
was hot.
Bustin'.
So good.
Beginning. Come on.
Amanda bringing the fire. Amanda, make sure you put your information also into the Zoom chat because, you know, people didn't write things down. They were listening to that fire. I love it. I love it. You know, one of the things I don't talk about, like with Amanda, that I think I like to make a lot of jokes. But one of the things I need to also mention to show balance is like, Amanda reminds me of Mary Blenderman, who we're going to hear in a little bit, in the sense that like she trusts her words. like she's confident in her words. She don't try to put too much extra on it. And to all those who like to be animate and whatnot, so do I. Nothing wrong with you. Just want to give a shout out that I noticed that, like, you know, in person, Amanda's animate. She all over the place. But with her poetry, it's like she trusts the words. I love it. All right, let's keep it moving. Assam Zane is next. Where is he? I just saw him on my screen. And but beware, oh, there he is. He's looking a little extra sexy. He's got one button undone. I guess this is casual. This is as naked as Assam gets. Maybe this is the most naked we've seen him. So I'm excited. Assam, let the people know where they can see you online. And let's see your poetry, brother.
AssamZana.com. Those two pieces were, whew. All right. These are both sour. I have two short ones. Poem beginning in a lava field and ending with subdued anger. The lagoon is a common first stop for tourists on the way to the capital. They arrive by bus from the airport. The morning so early, it's still night. The sky you think of when someone says bruise like ink. They make their way through lines, through turnstiles, into rooms with lockers. They must shower, change into whatever it is they plan to enter the lagoon with. There are several points of entry. The water is liquefied robin's egg and semen, milk. Imagine the color that comes up when I enter your mouth and fill you with ghosts. Imagine that other place on the outermost cape where I ask epiphany, where you say nature recapitulates the wind through the high pines, is the ocean from the overlook, is the sound of the last clinging leaves, is the shower running, your fingers inside your own body. Write a poem about lust without using the word lust or ache. In the years after the war, the occupying forces arrested anyone displaying the flag. So people started eating slices of watermelon in the streets. Let it all out. This is the pain that travels. And this next one is called Obad for Darker Sensibilities. You are not the first person to ask me what it feels like to come inside them. I have kept a running list of answers for moments like this for years. I usually start with, oh God, how do I answer that? And then a niche, as it were, a glittering, a lamp, the light of the likeness, an oil star kindled, no fire, well night, a tree, an olive that is, a glass. I also do this with questions one might consider more substantive and relevant to the current situation. For example, is it possible to love two people at the same time might get you for a long time. The heart was composed, the core copied from the large perfection, the heart surviving the original term. We lose track of suffering. We become. Can I start over? In this poem, we see a clear example of the I and the you co-arriving with the text. In fact, it would not be surprising to learn the poem's original title was simply Obad. Every joyful story you tell me lately has a man in it and an animal and fabric. There's a community garden where one can touch the green thing others have touched. The saddest stories are always of kids. They have men in them too, and grief. I mean, grief. I have no sense of smell in my dreams. You taste like buckets of clear water with pennies in them. The closest beach is a short ride away. We can leave in the morning.
Ooh, I knew yourselves and get some noise.
Damn. Damn,
That
that
is wow.
Damn, man.
Wow.
I need to hear those again.
So good.
I need that.
Hot, Teddy. Hot.
Assam Sine. You saw he zigged and I zagged, man. Broke that fourth wall right there. But I didn't react right away. I waited and he kept it going. Love it. Make sure you look for him on Twitter. Assam, make sure you put your info into the chat. Also, after everyone, when you perform, make sure you check the chat. People are saying nice things about you, man. On the internet. I know it's unheard of. Make sure that you check the chat so you can see that. All right, let's keep it moving. Michael Sindler is next. Where is Michael Sindler? I know I saw him. I'm sorry. I see Michael. I'm sorry. I was blinded by Assam Sine's sexiness. You saw that, Mike? You saw that he had the button down. Usually he's got like a turtleneck, like that's.
You're forgiven. Yes.
Michael, it's good to see you, brother. Go ahead. You know the deal.
Yeah, I was looking through. I'm glad to see. I actually haven't read this one here before, because I have so little that I haven't. This one's called "The Universe Laughs." The universe laughs when we make plans. Shifting sands cover landmarks. Carpets are pulled from underfoot. Doors long open or slammed and locked. Hands once extended or curled into fists. And yet we still find kind surprises. Fragile footholds on craggy climbs. Stumbled onto oases. A bowl of rice from a newly met friendly host. The linear becomes a zigzagging, abstract, backtracking, jumping into the void, swift flights up, tumbling, crashing falls, running through a hall of mirrors. Perhaps in retrospect, we find embroidered, intricate patterns on tight-stitched surface, totality of interactions, wise and foolish actions, crude cartoon of life story tapestry. Such discovery is doubtful. Best remain humble. Old age does not make the sage. Many, if not most, are no wiser as antiques than as toddlers, holding on to long disproved belief as answers. The universe laughs. But the laughter is devoid of spite. It takes no pleasure in failures or discomforts, nor does it applaud our momentary triumphs. It knows all dust will return to dust, to mix and reform and do as it must, repeating an eternal dance in which individual steps, in tune or arrhythmic, cha-cha into oblivion, dance cards filled, the oompa of the orchestra, same jukebox, same song on perpetual repeat. Each year catching only fragments of melody, racing across stages in circles and sweeps, new choreographies mirroring a million others, echoing half-heard snatches of cliched lyrics, smiling cosmos claps from behind the curtain, uncertain individuals merging into cohesive cast, script alterations tossed, lost in improvisation, each actor laughingly believing themselves the star. Memoir becomes metaphor, becomes all-inclusive mosaic, fragments, facets forming panoramic roadmap folded into Escher-etched, camouflaged origami, tensile mobile, indecipherable guide. The universe laughs when we make plans. And I'm just going to do this one because, as y'all all know, I love me some Lighthouse Writers Center, and we're in the process of moving. We have to be out of the building that we're in by August, and this place is so gorgeous. I'm just going to miss it so much. And this is a poem, a triolet I wrote a while back about just one of the many wonderful things there. It's called On the Stair Inside the Lighthouse. Miss Molly Brown sat in this chair, the famous and unsinkable, floating on silk without a care. Miss Molly Brown sat in this chair. It comforted her derriere. It seems almost unthinkable. Miss Molly Brown sat in this chair, the famous and unsinkable. And with that being said, I will give my usual call out, lighthousewriters.org. So worth checking out, lighthousewriters.org.
Yes,
What up,
yes,
Michael
yes.
Work,
Sandler?
man.
Nicely
Loved
done.
it, Michael. Thank
That
you
was
so
good.
much. That was awesome.
Nice work.
Michael Sandler. Every time I listen to him, I feel like I'm like hanging around the campfire, and like this is a dude who's like, he's got all the stories, you know what I mean? And you just kind of listen. But it's unfortunate, like, when you were a kid, right? You're not listening to the stories, and then you get older, like you appreciate them a little more. You become an adult. So like I didn't appreciate those kinds of people in my life who told stories. And now here I am, hosting an open mic, listening to people tell stories all the time. So I want to hear another story. Tanish Kaur is next. Let me unmute Tanish. I think this is only like her second time on the Monday night. Most of the time I've heard her is on the Thursday night online open mic, which is hosted by La Bruja at 9 p.m. Eastern. But right now we're going to talk to Tanish. Tanish, let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry.
TanishCantos.com pretty much is the only place for now. And I had two, one about the 4th of July, and then one about just more on the theme. This one is called Even Secrets Get to See the Sun. My shadow is pure light, is an electric light orchestra. If the orchestra were made of bare-skinned people, made of music, made of lilies belting operatic, from root through stamen, petals arching, in the evening after soft sunset. My shadow drips nakedly to the rhythmic strings of habanera with unfettered feeling, full of meaning, the Pacific Ocean keeping afloat driftwood words. Is draped in a twinkling, the very same inkling seen in Maria Callas's clear eyes earnest, the grace of her shoulders capricious. A hummingbird visited me today, flapping 6 feet in front of me, the rhythm of a dog's tail thumping on wood floor. Sitting on the top step, gazing down into my burning tobacco, I thought the hummingbird was, this creature of joy was, I don't know what I thought it was, and the sound started again. A tiny helicopter. Then I finally raised my head, then my eyes to pumping chest, wings hover. This being of lightness of air startled me into recoiling delight. Then it looked to its right and flew that way like a missile. What else hides in the shadow, waiting to reveal itself? A sunlit tune of a foretold fantasy, sick hearts woven into ancestry. Nothing stays hidden forever. See all the secrets shine. And then, thanks guys. And then I've got this one, it's called I Pledge Allegiance. To which flag? Fireworks shatter, evening peace, cascades, rainbow reminders of trickle-down freedom. A day of masquerade, make-believe our nation's Halloween, of dress-up like giving thanks to captors for forced abuses, forgetting your pain to make them feel better as if they feel at all. Which flag shall I salute? As if they both are so different. Happy Independence Day to those space invaders who don't know and never did how to truly stand on their own merit. Thanks.
Unmute yourselves, give it up.
Beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Funny, that
Loved
was
it.
wonderful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Meditator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Tanish, make sure that you put your info into the Zoom chat as well. 4 poets in, and so far all 4 have been fire, which I knew. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a great night. We've been having a good night because this is episode number 66 in total, and it's the 13th episode of season 2. So I know, like, and I've had a rough week. So when I came in to start this, I was like, you know what? This is going to be a great episode. This is going to be a great open mic watch. Okay, so for those of you who came late, this is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the New Eureka Poets Cafe. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube and you would like to join us, the number is on the left-hand side of the screen, 279-995-364. Hurry up and get in here. Nick Paleologos is next. Oh, and of course, you can follow me on the interwebs at Advocate of Words. When you spell words, that's with a Z at the end, because, you know, I'm from the Bronx. What? Our open mic list is closed today, but if you would like to sign up for our future open mics, the sign up begins 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you visit neweurekan.org and you click full events calendar. You don't have to scroll down that long to hit that button. You click on the Monday that you were signing up for. So next Sunday, or this a week from today, or 6 days from today, Sunday, you would click on the 12th, July 12th, and then you would order an artist RSVP ticket. If you do not see the option for the artist RSVP ticket, that means it hasn't been shown yet, it hasn't come up. Make sure you get the artist RSVP ticket. It is the only way to sign up for the open mic. Now, you may be saying words, but what about Saturday? I need something to do on Saturday. Oh, Words got something for you to do on Saturday. On Saturday at July 10th at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Art of Seduction, doing their open mic online. I will be hosting along with the Queen, Monica S. Martinez. She's the CEO of Tantalizing Productions. You know, they sell novelties, toys, and stuff like that. And of course, I'm gonna be joined along with our favorite troll, Chance. He promised he's gonna look sexy. So if you want to sign up, you would send an email to author.monica.martinez@gmail.com. All of that can be found on the internet, on my social media, so make sure you give me a follow. With that being said, the birthday girl is answering. Elizabeth Strauss is entering. Wait. So next coming up, usually Elizabeth Strauss is in this position, but thankfully she's not, because she's not here. Oh, wait, she's here. Oh, her audio's not even connected. Went through all of that. All right, let's go to Nick Paleologos, then we'll sing happy birthday to her. Hold on. Let me unmute Nick, our cult leader. Nick, please let the people know where they can find you online so you can tell them when you host your own open mic and stuff like that. And then let's hear your poetry, brother.
You can follow me at the real Nick P on IG. That's right in the name right there. So I don't have to spell it out. It's awesome. And I do host my own open mic. The next one is this Wednesday. Post the Facebook link in the chat. This was an interesting prompt. Here we go. This one's called, Is This Body Really Yours? Does Anna? The world never asked me if I'm okay. They just wanted me to say I support you in the endeavors, embracing them, taking fragments of me from clothes to money to time. I gave the world everything, and all I got in return was nothing. I don't see me in the mirror. I saw me in a different celestial being that doesn't need for food or drink. As my soul sinks into the earth, the girth of my spirit wanted to make me a god, to appease everything from humans to cats, as I took alchemy, using art. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much, haven't said enough. Thought that I heard you laughing, I thought that I heard you sing. Think I thought I saw you try. I'm a human, and I have the basic need of the basic needs, and I'm hurt. Probably not on your level, but I hurt. The love I've known has been sticking my fingers down my throat to touch my soul. It's one of the only times I know I am alive. I looked at myself in the mirror like the fat fuck I was, laughing at my own problems, snooze buttoning it for another day, breathing happiness into my craft, refusing water and food, disjointing, dysmorphic distortion into my own proportion for preparation of losing my weight. I wanted to get those washboard abs that I've dreamed about, making my body brittle, maybe just a little bit of peanut brittle for my stomach as it's been starving all day, exchanging calorie for alcohol. It's the same syllables and letters. It will be helping me lose weight. I can't believe I fell for my body's nonsense and kept calling my phone, or was it an ex? I don't know the answer. I sure as hell won't be looking for it. I already know the answer. And you are no longer my reflection. You fucked me worse than any of my exes could ever. I'm sick of you though. I want a lover to look at my body and not see my scars. I want the next lover to feed my soul, dine with me, crunch on my body, bless me with the bounty, and always love me. I will craft this body the correct way, in my way, so that not only I act with kindness, that I embrace the kindness and self-love, effective immediately. The mirror image of my naked body doesn't control me anymore.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Nick.
Nick. That's what I'm talking about, Nick.
That truth.
Oh,
Love you.
Good.
They flipping it how they want. We're going to be hearing so many different poems flipping how what naked could mean. I appreciate it. At The Real Nick P, make sure that you give him a follow. Nick, put your info into the chat. And once again, poets, make sure you check the chat. People are saying nice things about you. Next coming up is someone you're going to be saying nice things about. And I mentioned her earlier, and that is Mary Blenderman. Mary, let the people know where they can find your website, and then let's hear your poetry.
Okay, well, let's see. My website is, I was prepared this time, maryblenderman.com. You can send me a message through there if you want to be my friend on the internet or invite me to your thing or whatever. And yeah.
Oh, wait, Mary, I hope that's working, because someone wanted to get you to feature, be part of their stuff. And I said, you got to go to the website. You got to go to their website. So did someone reach out to you?
So I have gotten emails through my website, so it does work. I haven't gotten that email, I don't think.
All right,
So-
we'll talk to you so I make sure it happened. Okay, I'm sorry. MaryBlenderman.com, 2 N's at the end when you spell Blenderman. Sorry, go ahead, Mary.
Okay, before I read, please join me in taking a deep breath in and out. This is called, If You Tell a Dream Backwards, It Becomes a Magic Spell. 7. We are understanding planets, laughing at the necessary ephemerality of our conjunction. 6. Your body succulent, jump rope spine beating a groove into the bed. Drink like a butterfly, scream like a bee. 5. My head bowed between my shoulder blades at the altar of your thighs. If there's one thing church taught me, it's how to worship. 4. Naked, we are a jigsaw puzzle inside a kaleidoscope, breathing ritual from your skin, cinnamon, sage, salt. You ask if you can unbind me. I am a pile of pages in your hands. 3. You are a wave breaking on my kitchen counter. I crest your hips until you engulf me. I surface drenched. 2. I forget about independence wrapped in the arms of the beat, this hypnotic groove holding me, holding on to you. 1. In the dream, I stay at the house party long enough to find you there. I am real wherever you touch me.
Wow.
Jesus.
This
Oh my
song
God.
Very, very,
That's erotica for you.
It's unreal.
very. I don't.
That was
That was
another
Happened. What just
level right
happened?
there.
I
Holy
don't even know what just
shit.
happened.
Oh my God.
We go.
Oh my God.
Cute.
My 2021 Valentine. I know she's not going to be my 2022 Valentine after having a poem like that. She's going to have a lot of suitors going after her. MaryBlenderman.com, MaryBlenderman.com. Make sure you go and check her out. She's a phenomenal writer, a phenomenal poet. I love it. Representing Pittsburgh out in Pittsburgh. And she has an interesting story. She's like, studying, and I don't want to give too much away. Go to the website, check her out. I took some time and read it there. That's why I was able to find out that she gave a shout out to the Monday Night Online Open Mic on her website. Love it. Next, coming to the microphone is The Withdrawn. Now, now the theme is naked people, which probably means that The Withdrawn is going to do some extremely family-friendly, heartfelt poem here, because that's what he does. That's what he does, man. You serve it up to him on the plate and he's like, nope. So The Withdrawn, brother, good to see you as always. And the beard is becoming magnificent. Let the people know where they can find you online. Then let's hear your poetry.
Thank you. Y'all can follow me at The Withdrawn on Instagram and thewithdrawn.com. I got some new old flow type shit. This one is called Hang in There, Kid. We're gonna get you out of this. A letter to my mental illness. Hey, I was wondering what it would take for you to leave me alone. I know some of the lies you told were to either hang myself or slit my throat, but I don't want either one of those. I swear I love this life, but I am sick. Sick of the way you talk down on me when I do nothing but take care of you. I mean, I feed, I breathe, I went out to seek therapy, and still you remain so fucking ungrateful. You think it's funny to control my relationships with friends, food, partners, even the one I have with myself. I rarely ever raise my voice at you, but I'm this close to wanting to yell. You promise you're only trying to protect me from a world that's so threatening, yet lack understanding that you are the only threat. Every day I live like I have 1 HP left. And Beyonce says the Pokemon Center is off in the distance somewhere to the left. But I keep coming right back to you, because science says that's where I'm my most comfortable. In the gaslighting, the abuse. I've never known anything else, and it's been that way since middle school. There are absolutely no breaks, so I end up crashing. And that's word to sleep, but even more words in my dreams. Even in them, you're working on accusing. Always on the clock, no wonder why no days off is the motto that you rock. I got 99 problems, and you are every single one of them. Like making me scared to lose friends and feeling like I'm defined in my relationships as a burden. I know these are just 2 examples out of 97, but they rank high amongst the areas I've been suffering the most in. The most interesting thing is that you even attack my poetry. Like, how in the world did we ever let you even get this close to me? You're like a copy of myself without heart and the psyche. Denying that I am you, but what if I actually might be? It's getting hard to tell the difference between my spirit and this thing. The line is getting blurry, a new prescription I might need. Everything that means a lot to I is fuel for torturing. If none of it's around, I think I might be more at ease. Thought it was a good thing to own that I tend to people please, till I learned it was a relative to the trauma family. And although you are not people, I still give you what you need, sacrificing myself at the cost of my own sanity. Thank you.
Oh my
Unmute
God.
yourselves. Give it up.
Yes.
For
Oh my God. That was
Yes.
Oh,
Withdrawn.
we're holding you, brother. We're holding you.
Love you,
That was beautiful.
Withdrawn. We love you.
I love you.
Yes.
You
Love that.
matter.
Spectacular, brother.
So incredible.
Love you, brother.
Matter.
The Withdrawn. For those who are familiar, as you know, I try to make some family-friendly themes. He goes all erotica on it. I do something like naked, and he drops something like this, just like my kind of a troll, right? I really wouldn't call him a troll, but like, right? Like, wow, man, wow. I am enjoying my night. So I knew I was going to. I knew we were going. TheWithdrawn.com. Make sure that you go and check this brother out. He is a mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he has signed up nearly 50 times now. I got to check the record. He has signed up the most, man. Love this dude. The Withdrawn. Check him out. Mom in the LES. Shout out to her. Okay, next coming up is, where is he? Elemental. Now, Elemental usually gives me problems because I always have to put him in the highlights because he always lights up the night. He always lights up the night. So I'm putting him to work. Right now, he is co-hosting this puppy today, just in case I get booted out and someone random gets chosen. So Elemental is going to be co-hosting today. You know, so if I go MIA, y'all know what it is. But I love this dude. When you spell Elemental, you take the T out and you put in the number 2. Elemental. Ooh. Black Panther and Aurora. Ooh, you see, I called it by government. I'm with it. Elemental, let the people know where they can find you online, and let's hear your fire.
So elemental.com, so many things, man. Men Who Heal in the building, Storm Gods in the building, Calamity on its way. Advocate, hold on, don't move. I need you to unmute someone because I need an assist. So if you could.
Wait, no, wait. You're co-host. So just surprise the crowd.
Fantastic.
And unmute them to yourself. Go ahead, brother. You just don't even tell me. Go ahead.
Fantastic.
What's up?
Let's get it, Queen. What is the business?
All right. You ready?
After you.
Let's do it. Greetings, King. I bring glad tidings, and when freedom springs, this love is water wings. I call you Poseidon, but we co-presiding, and I honor you for your energy.
The pleasure is all mine, Queen. Seldom seen such a caramel dream. You are poetry, truest form, born to change landscapes. How could I not relate to a queen whose name sounds like escape?
Oh, so we doing this. Bet. Don't forget I project a set. I get all the bees, honey, I am the honey, please. Give more light to me. Watch me bloom, resume using poetry like roses at each other's feet. I bow deeply to your intellect. Respect your crowned head, twin souls ascend.
We equal, one being, seeing through third eyes, destiny, heavenly sent, we wings that dream of flying on endless skies, side by side, survive lifetimes where we always find each other.
A king is also a brother, must be pride of your mother. No other could replace the black of your face. No haste when pursuing your grace. We collide in all dimensions, fill all space. Black holes pulling at each other's souls. The writing making us whole, kinetic with kindness. We big bang, beautiful black thing. Beautiful futures enveloping past wings. When time sings, it croons our favorite melodies. We talking Marvin Gaye. Riding in the sky like Stevie, you breathe, I heave, see, we one when sky completes.
Ribbon in the sky, I see you, as beautifully black as you need me to see you. We blues in every hue, ecology, dichotomy, songs in the key of Motown, in motion, Smokey Robinson, cruising on lost routes through bass lines and hard times where froze and braids became the golden time of day.
As Sister Sledge would say, I'm thinking of you. And instantly I'm swept away. Blending of browns break and give way. Our jungles abound. Our panthers set free. You got to be Huey and Angela, probably my auntie. It's a love so tough it bends rock. It don't stop. Yes, yes, y'all. We rhyme. It's rap. We up and down. We hip hop, rip off top when it's genuine. It's all we got.
Can't stop. Radio Raheem, ghetto blast, street song, turn street songs, jungle boogie, under gray hoodies, keeping grooves steady as Stubblefield, double time, funky drummer, #1 stunner, say it loud. Panther, banter, and concrete jungles of streets we call home.
We are home, coming to realization that there is no alone. Ancestors encircle forever, whistling tornadoes of better could never be monotone. We walk and make harmony. Our melanin philosopher's stone, original alchemists, our spells lay in our bones. Take my hand. Let us return to our throne. Stand solid beside you, we pyramid, until our days are gone.
We ninth wonder, bend time, shape shift, you be needle, I'll be record, we tougher than leather, birds with rarest feathers, levitate together, devastate whoever can't find forest for trees, these leaves be deadly, black poison ivy, hemlocked in his destiny, bring out best of me, Shorty do things fit only for king's dreams, she breathed blue magic, pure enough to smoke, no sideshow, I front row for every note, super fan, I mean, damn, Gap Band dropped a bomb on me, outstanding in every lifetime, she lifeline, we pastime.
We lie in pride, watching sunshine drench our land. We hold hands and manifest forevers. Natural elements alone, but infinitely better. When we come together, break each other's bindings, we minding our own. Intimacy mining our moans. We watch our tone when conversing. Ain't no ego when you with me, when you and I really we. Mutual respect perpetually breeding synergy.
Thrones rest on equal ground, we majesty, chrome jewel, divinity, Hennessy, bronze, rulers of all we survey, we balance nature, earth and time, wind and fire, align galaxies of desire to find each other despite version of matrix, take place of blue pill, we stay woke, breathe hope in lungs of suns and moons, rain monsoons of blessings, beauty and truth. Alone, we change the weather. Together, we Wakanda forever.
Shit!
God, what the fuck?
You're not worthy.
Nobody better.
Goddess.
Goodness.
So good.
Yo,
Yes.
That last
Ray Jane and Elemental. You check out elemental.com. When you spell elemental, take the T out and put the number 2 in it. You could also check out Ray Jane. It's rayjane.com. She's actually going to be coming on later. We're going to hear from her later. That was fire. This is why I tell you where you can find people online. We talking about building community. Listen, Ray Jane had been around for like 7-8 months in our community before Elemental came through. Now they cool peoples. Now they don't need the Monday night to talk to each other, but they still come on to the Monday Night Online open mic. Appreciate that, right? And this is what they do. This is what we're talking about, building community and writing together and get your game up. Every Monday, I want you here. But I understand there's other days in the week. You got to fill up your time. Make sure that you connect with people. Next coming up is someone who hasn't been here in a couple of Mondays, and that is Dominique Colden. Dominique, you are lucky I like your shirt because I'd be yelling at you right now. Where have you been? Did you go and get a life? Jeez. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry. I really do like the color of your shirt, by the way. It looks good on you.
I like your beanie. I've been busy writing, but first, I just want to say thank you so much, Ray Jane at Elemental. That piece was fire. I mean, Black excellence. Y'all are amazing. Everyone, all of y'all are just so amazing. So I just wanted to say that real quick. But yes, you can find me on Instagram at dtruthandlove. Love is spelled L-U-V. And I'm also on Facebook, and I have a Cash App. I'll put that in the chat. So I have a brand new piece. Wrote it last week, and it's called Just Be. I wish that you would tear down and demolish the facade, the arbitrary contrary front that cloaks your true beauty and majesty. Strip down to the bare bones and lie completely naked, nude, and bare. Unashamed, unabashedly, unapologetically you. Bump the haters and the naysayers who try to shove you in their perfect little 2x2 square pegs, corny as hell. Don't ever sell out for clout. Just be you, baby. Be you. You, the unique being. Spark of creation, YOLO. It's okay if you fly solo dolo. Know though that just being present, standing firm, 10 toes down, working on your presence is worth more than gold. Be bold, be strong, be proud, be loud. Keep doing the damn thing, child. Keep dancing your dance and singing your song. And when you least expect it, the right ones will come along. Forget those fakers who try to stifle your spirits and clothe you in implicit garments that black out your luminescence. Flee from those who try to force feed their imbecilic ideations to uphold the status quo. The cold, rigid, anal retentive, dissented directives. See how they stuff, stifle, and strip the true essence, the genuine, authentic, intimate, bare-boned, vulnerable, simplistic, yet elegant truth and essence of a soul who longs to bear it all, to have courage before all, to have authenticity before all, to speak life before all, to speak truth before all, to be perfect in their flaws before all, to keep eyes and face forward, to rendezvous with like-minded spirits before all. Never looking back, never turning back, no regrets, making mistakes and getting messy, learning and growing before all. To lay naked before all. No shame, no indignation, no fronts, no facades, no half-stepping. I wish that you would tear down and demolish the facades and the fronts. Don't let them shade you or jade you. Drop the fools and their stupidity when they hate on the honesty of your nudity. Just be you, baby, be you. And always, always cherish the sacredness of your nakedness. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give it
Oh,
up for
that
that
was wonderful.
service.
Oh,
man.
Yo, yo,
Cherish.
yo,
Sacredness of your nation.
yo.
Amazing.
Loved it, Dominique Colden, Dominique Colden. Make sure you give her a follow, D Truth and Love. Dominique, make sure you check out the chat. Of course, people saying nice things about you. It was like a sermon. I loved it, right? And then like how the colors in her background kind of like blown out, but it's like a white and blue, and then she's like popping in that. I don't know, is that like a pink or something? I don't know. You was just popping on the screen with your words. Loved it. Dominique Colden, make sure you give her a follow. Okay, real quick, let me shout out some people who did not sign up, but they are here, like Terry Rose Jerkson. Shout out to Terry, got to speak with her a little bit at Fincabulary, get to know her a little bit. Shout out to Boraku, who is here in the building, checking us out, love him. Shout out to Logic Thompson, digging their hair, I'm loving it. And I've been seeing the Logic's been rocking out with everyone, rocking, doing their poems. I appreciate you, man. See, I watch you guys when you put your videos on. You're not just being watched by the internet. I'm looking at y'all. All right, Jody Ortega in the building. Haven't seen Jody in a while. Jody is our friend from across the border, Canada. There is a border with Canada. Yes, that was to all of you in the United States. Sam Park is here. Wait, Sam's not on the list. I don't think so, but she's here. Love Sam Park. Wait, she is? Wait. She said she is. She's giving me that, like, I'm going to write another poem about you. She's not. I don't have her on the list. No? All right, hit me up. We're going to speak in DMs. So she's here. Whitney Salgado is here. She is such a talented artist. Make sure you go check her out at Whittles, WHITTSL. She is such a talented visual artist here. Mariela Salazar is here. Oh, You're looking very good. You are matching with your couch, is that, or your chair, Mariella? She's in the UK, so she is up late. Appreciate seeing her. Who else? Elizabeth Strauss, can you hear me, Elizabeth? We shouted you out before. You look like you're camping or something. We were saying happy birthday to you. I'm wearing the beanie in honor of your birthday. Elizabeth Strauss, aka Deadpan Lizzie, who's not wearing a beanie right now. I'm wearing the beanie in her honor. She has turned 30, which basically means she's too old for TikTok, but still a little too young for Tinder. She's in that weird stage right now. We rooting for you. Godspeed, Elizabeth. Godspeed. Shout out to Luciana. Oh, Luciana is in the building representing South America. We are all over the world, I'm telling you. Shout out to Nessa, who is looking over a highway. Nessa, do not throw your phone on the highway. Or are you going for a run? That's what you're doing? Are you going for a run and listening to us spit poetry? That's what's up. All right. There's a bunch of other people here I'm going to give shout outs to, but I want to keep moving to get to the poetry. I promise I'm going to try to shout everyone out, like Mr. Speaker, who's blurry in the background and only his chair is in view. That is a fire chair, by the way, sir. Okay, Catherine Sweeney is next. We're going out to the West Coast to hear Catherine's. Oh, I want to hear what Catherine has to say with this theme. Catherine.
I'm on the East Coast.
You're here now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, we will talk. Right now, let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's hear your poetry.
Yeah, you can find me at Kate Renaud on Instagram. I'll put it in the chat. This poem is pretty new. It's called You Enter My Body. Okay. You enter my body and I allow it. Fuck that. I want it. I find myself between you and the feeling of you inside of me, but I can't unzip you, crawl into your dark spaces. I know because I tried and it didn't work. It still wasn't close enough. How in the summers of childhood I could swim out into the bay until I got scared, more scared of what was happening at sea than on land. Out where the gulf between sea and horizon seems like divinity. Flip onto my back and float. Sink around the parts of body distilled to repetitive motion. Inside stitched with fear. The thick shush of ocean pulsing against blocked ears. Where there's nothing except breath. The lull of one sensation that is all sensations. When you enter my body, you multiply me. Kink is a sudden freedom unraveled by lust. In my mouth, you are salt. In my vagina, you are the floor of every ocean. In my mind, you are flood. In my ass, I'm unable to write an accurate metaphor. I'll try harder. Purple rain. Heady quench of hot milk, reverb of orgasm by my own hands, stolen land returned, tension of rope tied to bedpost, the undertow at Marconi Beach, Vulcan mind meld, wrens fucking beneath our bedroom window on the west coast of Florida, thunderstorm building across the roll of plains, an exhibition of jacaranda in the bowl of valley, the yearning that coats my thighs because soft, wet mouth. When you come inside of me, I am not there. It is only you. Thank you.
Mute yourself.
Wow.
Thank you.
Always.
Damn.
Anyone
Okay.
got a cigarette
Yeah,
lighter?
Yeah.
So hot.
Catherine Sweeney. Ooh, Catherine Sweeney. Catherine Sweeney. Catherine Sweeney. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. Catherine Sweeney. Like I love her poem. It feels like it is. She doesn't try too hard. You know, even with even when it's like the erotica, it's It's Catherine Sweeney. That's all I'm gonna say. That's from now on this week, when anything right happens or anything good happens and it's just really smooth, I'm just gonna be like, Catherine Sweeney. That's gonna be the new saying. Okay, next coming up. Oh, wait. Shout out, because I don't want no one writing no bad poems about me. Sam Park's birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to Sam Park as well. She will be turning 45 years old, but no, I'm joking. I'm joking. She's still young enough for TikTok. Sorry, Elizabeth. She's still young enough for TikTok. Because I was making a joke with Elizabeth that TikTok is too old for her now that she's 30. I'm 41 years old. I can make fun of whoever I want. And I'm all kinds of, my kink is all kind of unraveled because of Catherine Sweeney. All right, next coming up is Finn Bell. If anyone can carry the energy after that poem, it is Finn Bell. Finn Bell hosts her own podcast and open mics, and she is well learned in the way of crafting words and making people feel all kinds of things. Finn, let the people know where they can find you online, and let's hear your poetry.
Finn_Bell on Instagram, PHYNNE_BELLE. This does not have a title. I awaken to my internal clock, or perhaps something more primitive, craving the sun's first rays, its protracted teasing beams brightening first rose, then limoncello thick, bending through the shutters to rouse and wash over our sated, reclining bodies. In this sacred hush, I lean back. I do not touch you. I only allow my eyes to consume your beautiful sleeping form, naked and open to me and the arrival of morning. The sun becomes a lover. He is pleased with you. He toys with the way light plays upon you, as if he were imagining the choreography of a delicate ballet. Dancers in ecstatic fugue, rushing without thought down the strong slope from your shoulder to your back, delighting in the challenge of scaling inch by inch the majestic hills formed by your succulent exposed buttocks. The sun continues in his ascent, perhaps longing too to find better purchase upon his own cumulus bedding, to gaze upon you, upon all of you at his leisure. As he shifts and tilts, as he sighs and settles, his heavenly movement scatters his adoration of you into droplets of luminescence. A million variegated prisms making swift changing arc of color, kiss upon kiss, to inundate the cinnamon sheen of your skin. He has painted you, recreated you a favored Adonis of many hues. I watch this kaleidoscope shimmer and jump upon my own arm as I reach out and suspend a single finger above the curve of your spine, to follow one rainbow forming and then melting into the rising heat of your flesh. I am envious of that intimate act, wanting to press all of my own waiting nude shape into yours again, to fuse in the covert way that our bodies know and recognize each other, like memory, like instinct. I am impatient of the distance between my hand and your body, of my skin not near enough to your skin, and I capitulate, drawing that single finger, the lightest touch, over each vertebrae, causing you to shiver, to stir. The sun, vain and amorous, refashion you an Adonis, but I cannot help but think this is the vision Psyche's eyes first alighted upon when she beheld Eros by dim candle in all his unclad glory. God of sex and love, daylight will claim you too soon. He must wait outside. Sun, peek all you wish. Love God's bow at this altar. Lay with the divine. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves, make some noise for Fun Bell.
Love you.
Always amazing.
Give
Always.
it a title. It deserves a title.
Man, that was awesome.
Deserves a title.
Hell yeah.
Finn_Bell. Go look this woman up. Give her a follow. I love her poetry. I love her rhyme. I mean, I love her rhythm. I love her cadence. And oh, she is so good looking. She is so, y'all are so gonna get me in trouble, man, right? Y'all gonna get me to start a revolution, all right, with y'all goddamn poems, and you're gonna get me to start to get people in trouble, and I'm bringing divorce papers to everyone, like you leaving your husband, you're coming with me. I'm gonna get in trouble. Let's keep moving. I haven't seen him. I hope he's here. Yes, he is here. Scott Pleasance is here. Let me unmute him. Those of you who may have heard me before say have heard me say, great Scott, it is a pleasant gesture because someone's given up their spot. It's because of this man, Scott Pleasance. One day he just said, I know it's hard for everyone to get an open mic list. Let's give it to someone who we haven't heard yet. And we started a tradition. Love having this dude here. Scott, let the people know where they can find you online. Then let's hear that fire, brother.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, man. You can find me on Instagram at IamPoet33. I just want to say this was a really cool theme because it takes your mind from the dirty to the nice and everything in between. And I kind of went, someplace a little bit different. So here we go. There will come a time when we all realize that we are no more than what we actually are. The other day, I came home from work and stared at the mirror, looking through the image that was being reflected, projected, detected, and occasionally neglected. I stared at just a man. Still wearing my hat upon my head, I led, I said, I fed stereotypical versions of myself that were camouflaged in layers, sometimes too deep to seep through the precociousness that I wore throughout my day. As I peeled away the garments in my mind, I could see but a shadow of a man who could barely stand upon the shaky ground below his feet as the cracks in the tile reveal canyons surrounded by waves of disbelief. I stared at just a man. I could see the narrow shoulders supported by a swollen bird cage under a button-up that was shielded by a white tee, and only I could see the fragility in me. Like a newborn that is torn and an adolescent that wears a crescent moon and star who thinks so far beyond their years and dares to care but fears the backlash of the adult that has prematurely walked through the door that says, for parents only. I would boldly stand before this mirror and not allow myself to be undressed by the circumstances that at one time or another draped my body and held it down and sullen as I struggled and fought to be upright and firm. I stared at just a man, again looking at the image as I discarded my hat and continued to peel away my garments. Now standing in all my morning glory and somehow trying to comprehend the bend that is my soul, designed as a spine of no support that is wrapped within my skin, and with a brush held gently between my fingers, my eyes have painted a picture on a canvas made of life that is somehow being shown as a selection of a reflection with a small bit of inflection, and my mind tells me it forms an image of just a man. In peace.
Give it up for Scott Pleasance.
It's so wise, so heavy.
Oh
man.
That was
yes.
Love
Scott Pleasance. I love having this dude around, man. I love it. And he gives me that, I'm from the Bronx, right? And he gives me that 90s Bronx vibe. He's like, I'm familiar with the 80s, black rock in the 90s type vibe, right? I knew some dudes like that growing up. Scott got that vibe. I love it. He in Jersey now, but he got that, that Bronx vibe. Make sure you give him a follow. It's I Am Poet 33, right? I Am Poet 33 on Instagram. Make sure that you give this dude a follow. Next coming up is Mr. Poetastic. Ed Fireman Foreman. He's got so many different nicknames. All I know right now, people, is he's about to freestyle and then he's going to get into his poem. So go ahead, Ed. The floor is yours, brother.
You know me. I can't wait to see. I'm sorry. You know me. I can't wait for what you can see. Hello, my poet peeps. I hope you all had a great 4th of July. I'm your poet, credible and poetificent guy. I rhyme so much, I don't even try. You love my poems, that's no lie. Hello, everyone. My name is Airpotastic. Hope everyone feeling fantastic. Hope you enjoy my rhymes. So please give me the time so you can feel sublime. Woo! Well, I took this in a kind of another direction, but I'll let you guys hear. So please, please, please get in gear so you can hear my cheers. All right. This is called Bare Naked Truth. We're exposed poets. We stand naked every day. Oh, come on, you know it. One shades every single day. You know it, no denying it. Our emotions on display. You have to quickly admit, we all write bare essays. Our words can really hit, fleshing out the inner gray. Yes, we're naked. Don't quit. Shine your golden ray. I know if you feel so sick, show the world the way. I hope it can really click. Chip away you and others' clay. Keep crushing those bricks. Help all who are lost and astray. Perform those emotional tricks. Make the inner trauma delay. Give a backbone for those pricks. Make the thunderstorms decay. Change or inform the skeptics. Acceptance, no more betrays. Support that man or chick. Unshackle the collars of obey. Make your personality stick. Give advice in life's disarrays. Remove those small annoying ticks. Bare naked insight you betray. You're naked. Everything will be okay.
Unmute yourselves, give it up, man.
Oh,
Yes, I like that.
fantastic.
That was potastic.
Oh, you are
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Absolutely.
And poetastic. I love the energy this dude brings. Like, he gets on Zoom, he's like, I'm in the moment. Let's do this. I love it. I love it. Make sure you give him a follow. Ed, make sure you put your information in the chat so that people can give you a follow. Okay, next coming up is Gwen C, who is such a really good poet. And I'm afraid that I'm not seeing Gwen C. Is she here? I hope she's okay. I do see Umberto Marte. This dude is awesome, man. Got to meet him at the Wild Project, and he had this dragon. It's not a lizard. I forgot the name of it, but it was freaking awesome, representing Harlem. I see you, brother. Shout out to Eric G. I believe he's in Brooklyn, and I remember that because the first time he was on the Monday Night Online open mic, he had an image of Queens in the background, and I thought that was funny. I made fun of him. But shout out to Eric G. I see him checking this out. Oh, Mr. Speaker came to sit down. And now he just got up, man. Okay, I see you every time I talk about him, he gets up. All right, so if Gwen C is not here, we're going to keep it moving, and we're going to go to Miro. Hollywood Miro with the hair. I love it. I love it. Miro, let the people know where they can find you online. Of course, mention Love Letters to Gaia, and then let's hear your poetry.
All right. So first of all, the hair isn't really there anymore. Like, you see these roots? Yeah, like Hollywood was not forever. So you can find me on IG, Miro Reads Books. It looks like Miro Reads Books. That's me. And Love Letters to Gaia is my little project, along with a handful of other fantastic poets who helped me put it together. And I just donated $897 to 350.org. From the royalties of Love Letters. So I thought it was going to be more, but that's what showed up in my bank account. And I think that's a pretty fucking great victory. So thanks to everybody. Okay, so let's get naked, shall we? Whew, that's better. Okay. So the first one I wrote specifically for this. It took me a while, but I think I'm kind of happy with it. And then the next one is, shall we say, sour, but I wrote it before. Okay, first one, no title. Head wrapped in a towel, I stand, daring you to look naked in front of my window, flipping through the pages of a poetry book while I wait for the cream to soak in. I am, in my skin, a collection of light and shadow coming together to make this body, still learning that this vessel is a miracle, animal splendor, imperfect in its humanity. I have the privilege to exist in, to adore the best I can. So that was the first piece. The second piece, some of you may have heard it, but I haven't read it on a Monday yet. And I will put out a trigger for sexual things that aren't so great. And it's called This Girl. When this girl is clearly not having a good time, the proper course of action is not to ask if you can finish in her mouth, but to stop. You knew this girl didn't know how to say no. You knew she'd turn around, sink to her knees on the cold asphalt of the parking lot, put your dick in her mouth and continue because you knew up until now she had for some reason liked you too much to say fuck you and walk away. This girl's blown you before, coaxed by your insistent hands in club bathrooms when all she wanted was to kiss and bask in being a little naughty with you, but satisfaction doesn't come unless pushed, filling this girl up with your damage so you can get some relief. That night in February, you went back to your gig like a king while this girl took the uptown too, confused, shocked, dirty, on her way to grapple with what just happened and the feeling of stupidity seeping thick through her brain because she came to you, never said no, but didn't exactly say yes either, so what good is crying wolf gonna do? Some months later, this girl picked up a call from a number she didn't recognize. Turned out it was you calling to apologize. You don't sound happy to hear from me, you say. Do you accept my apology? The shock of your return, uninvited, unwanted, left this girl tongue-tied, so all she said was, I guess. And look, there goes another man relieving the pressure from his chest with a half-assed I'm sorry while the girls they use are left to untangle the blurred lines clouding their vision so they can get back to some semblance of, oh, this is me. It's been a minute since February 2016 and this girl had all but forgotten about you until for some reason you popped up among the friends on this girl's Venmo. I've been trying to write about you for a year now so that I may get some closure and warn those who may hear me of your behavior. You are not the hipster charmer you present yourself as on stage with your deadpan humor strumming a guitar to accompany your punchlines, but a sad little fucker who has to beg for, push for, coerce girls for sex. I see you for what you really are, Anthony. And after all your years of existence, trust me, I'm not the only one. Thank you.
Give it up for Miro. Give it up.
Shame on that shit. Shame on that shit.
Yes, queen. Fuck you, Anthony.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
queen.
Yup, fuck you, Anthony. Fuck you and your mother.
Fuck you, Anthony.
Fuck you and your mother. Okay.
Oh, Miro. Miro reads books. Go follow this woman. I knew tonight was going to be good. Number 66, 13 of season 2. I had about week. Oh my God, everyone is delivering. Make sure you go check out Miro. Again, like, oh my God, Miro's poem was so good. But again, like Miro's a great example of me saying, yo, go build community, go follow people. She put together their anthology. And of course, like she said, with the help of many people in this community, go follow people, you know, befriend them. Just don't be a fucking Anthony, okay? Just don't, man, don't. I love it. And I love too that all of y'all on Zoom try to be creative and whatnot, you know what I mean? And like she just put her straps down and it looked like all of a sudden looked like she was naked. It was great, man. It was great. And we broke no laws. We didn't get kicked off YouTube or Facebook. Wait. No, we didn't get kicked off of Facebook or YouTube. That's great. That's great. Okay, let's keep it going. Miro reads books. Give her a follow. Now we're going to the Goldberg, Alexander Goldberg. Let me unmute him out in the West Coast, brother. How are you, man?
I'm great. I'm enjoying the evening right now. It's been awesome.
It is. It's been good. Yeah. Alexander, let the people know where they can find you and let's hear your poetry, brother.
Find me on Instagram at Gorobensky and on Twitter Go15. With this poem, I decided to combine the theme from last week, which was LGBTQ+, and the theme for this week is, of course, naked. So this is called Unusual Adventure. We got in the car together. It was just me and my friend. We enjoyed the sunny weather. We were playing in the sand. We got out for our vacation, sunbathed naked on the beach, at the great secret location nobody could see or reach. Just us two. We had no worries. It was such a perfect day. Then a deer came out the forest. We got up and ran away. So we started running naked to escape at any cost. Then, when we came to our senses, we have realized we got lost. Common sense of fear had bound us, yet we shared the little kiss. Rescue workers later found us. We were sent to the police. We have told police this story, leaving out what was obscene. We were fined $1,000 because we breached the quarantine. So we had to pay this money. Now we are ashamed of that. We saw deer and took off running. It was not even a threat. Here's the moral of the story. Going naked might be fun, but it's better safe than sorry. Don't repeat what we have done.
Yeah.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Alexander Goldberg.
Oh man, sounded great, dude. Yeah, bingo.
That was amazing.
I love it. I love it. Alexander Goldberg. Please do not go naked on Zoom. Okay, Alexander Goldberg. Make sure you give that dude a follow. Alexander, make sure you put your information to the chat. Alexander's been here, I think, since the first month, second month. So he's been with us for a long time. We've been doing this for, like I said, for 66 weeks, and he has been doing this for a long time with us. Make sure you go follow him, and he is really in history too. Make sure you check him out. Okay, next coming up is someone we already saw before, Ray Jane. What's up, Ray Jane? Where can the people follow you online? Ray, you there?
Just kidding. Hey, guys. Just kidding. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at It's Ray Jane. That's ITSRAYJANE on Facebook or Instagram. You can find all my content at itsrayjane.com. Excited to be here. Don't want to take up too much time because I'm excited to see anybody on the wait list is looking kind of fire. So I am bringing with me somebody new. Her name is Amber, and I want you guys to give her love. Advocate, if you can unmute her so we can get to giving y'all this fire.
She's already unmuted. She's been unmuted.
Muted.
Hey, girl.
All right. Memories float through my mind like reels. I repeat back the lines like scripts stuck in my head. Some moments you can't forget. Most days I cringe and I fight to forgive so I can lift the weight that caves in my chest. And I often blame myself for this self-induced mess. I gaze up and ask the stars to every soul that left their beating hearts if they can see clearer than me. The wind's chills and whispers build. Let it be.
For love lost in the wind ain't no remedy besides standing up on feet. Doing the dirty work of getting in my betweens, I sweep, hoping to find fragments in my heaps, things I forgot to keep, things I can reassign to strength in me, give it weight, reparent my early heartbreaks, give me kisses that I missed. The gentleness kept in lieu of toughening you up like only family do, the way of the world also raising me through, showing me that while we share trauma like soliloquy, until I know me, I can't really know you.
They sacrifice pride for silence, scars carry me through. They burn an imprint, brand their markings, tell me I deserve mistakes traced in flesh carvings. These things have a way of letting healed wounds bleed out humility. The obsession is what gets the best of me. What do I give if they've already taken? I sweep the heaps, I sweep the heaps. What part of me is worth forgiving? Maybe I'm not done learning the lesson. How many times does the transcript need to read? Resurrection.
Recollection is perhaps the deadliest weapon. Its teeth are lessons, pulling back fresh ones, picking flesh wounds. Some scabs don't harden. Some gashes stay like lashes, tree lining spine, devouring wisdom, decaying the mind until we understand that we deserve what we find. Between fine hairs of our broomsticks, mothballed memories of flying, we scoop dust of dreams, dance through the motions of trying.
You know I'd be lying if I said I moved on. When silence comes and daylight is done, I sit reminiscing, and there are still things I just can't let go of that are worth forgetting. I'm stuck in constant mental motivation, trying to coach my inner negative navigations, trying to melt acceptance into my self-conscious, but letting go of trauma is wicked. It disguises itself as self-comfort and lets you relive it.
Until you learn to pivot, gather the power pacing and give it.
Until you decide to unleash, give control back and let it be.
Let me be me, a fickle concept, a mystery, and I can't afford the fee.
For those lost in the heart will always chase missing parts, like driftwood leaves the sea. I will always search for what I can't see.
Chasing me fervently, peeling back my onion free, standing toe to toe, nose to nose, with identity, stark naked, forcing self to stare and see. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and kick.
One of us.
Come back, Amber.
One of us. One
have
of
to come
us.
back.
One of us. That was amazing.
Was fire. We love ourselves some Ray Jane voice. We do. We so love, and I love the writing. And Amber, ooh, I love your voice, Amber. I would hate for you to yell at me and be mad at me, but ooh, I love to hear you spit some poetry. Amber, put your information in the chat so people know where they can find you. And I don't usually wish bad on people, but I hope your Mondays suck, because I want you here every Monday. I want you bored. I want you here. You heard one of the people, and when I opened it up to the audience, they were screaming "one of us." That's Nick Paleologos. That means that that's it. Your Mondays are here, okay? I don't care if you got a hot date or you got to go protest or save some starving children. No, you're coming here with that voice and poetry. Oh, I love it. I told you tonight was going to be good. I told you tonight was going to be good. Such a bad week. It means it's going to be a good poetry day. Okay, next coming up. Oh, that was so awesome. It's rayjane.com. Go check her out. And once I see Amber put her information into the chat, I'll make sure to say it verbally so that y'all can hear it as well. Okay. Man, y'all throwing me off my game. Paul Skiff. How could I forget Paul Skiff? We're now going into the Skiff verse. OG here at the New Yo, the man who believes his poetry should be a public disturbance. I love this dude. PaulSkiff.com. Check him out. Paul, the floor is yours, brother.
Hello, everybody. Very glad to be back here again. Well, this theme is kind of piling on, isn't it? I mean, anytime you get up to speak a poem, you're dropping your pants. I don't really know how to read this because it's fresh, so. Red rose in the gutter, barbed, thirsty throat, placated by street-greased rain. Quarantine mask on the bus stop seat. There is a vulnerable profanity rolls naked on the 21 bus east on the avenue. Looking the other way, outside the lotto vendor, campaign contributions and tax money pretend not to be seen. The staccato knock of 7 gunshots park a body on the lot in Sunday afternoon's naivete that will now not wash off memory's wall. You need to be a ghost to slip up this block. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You forgot you were human. There on the other side of this thin wall, where you are thin too, just as thin as the wall, where thoughts mimic words and lay flat down in an ancient ritual to be heard anyway as your own voice in your own mind, pleasure sneaking like the ghost you need to be. Lure yourself out on the new patch of tar. The traffic light stuck on blinking yellow caution knows that is life's default, baby. You're half naked already anyway. It might as well be a voice like mine gets you to recognize how much you just wanna strip off.
Ooh, mute yourselves, give it up for Paul Skip.
Oh my God, we've been
Damn.
skipped.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Your whole
That
galaxy,
master
bro.
does it again.
Reality's been broken. Eh.
PaulSkiff.com. Go give this dude a follow. Look up his stuff. I'm loving today. I had put on a post last week that I feel like sometimes people forget that poetry is supposed to be entertaining, right? Like because it's used so much in activism, and it's so much considered like highbrow art. We're doing all these studies. Like poetry is supposed to be entertaining as well, right? Some people say, well, sad things aren't entertaining or drama isn't entertaining. Some of your favorite books, some of your favorite songs, some of your favorite TV shows, films, they are sad and they are filled with drama. So it can still be entertaining. And I love this open mic. It is so entertaining. I love the artists that continue to push the boundaries, especially dude like Paul Skiff, man. He's been doing it for a while and he's still pushing the boundaries. At least that's what I feel. I enjoy it. So paulskiff.com. When you spell Skiff, there's 2 F's at the end. Also for Amber. For Amber, her handle is AVD Regala. That's AVDREGALLA. Want to make sure, and Amber is the woman who killed it with Raging. Loved her voice too. Awesome. Loved it. And then Paul Skiff, like, I don't know what voice. This is new. Perfect voice. Loved it. Y'all not fooling me with your humble shit. Y'all not, even you, the OG Paul Skiff, you're not fooling me when you try to be humble. You know you fire. Y'all not fooling me no more. Unmesh Mohitgar is next. Our brother who gets up early out in India to join us. He too runs his own open mic, and he recently had a published book. Unmesh, where can the people follow you online? Then let's hear your poetry.
Hello everyone. Hello Advocate. You can find me on Unmesh Mohitkar Instagram and Facebook, and I've got a book Light Shadow Life on Amazon, and I've got open mic as well every Saturday 8 p.m. India time, 10:30 a.m. EST. Let's go to the poems. Okay, this is the first one on the theme. Stark naked he ran on the stone cold street, and the suited and booted world nowhere to hide ran for covers. False covers, rappers of society, stopping, killing him softly. Once they wilted, he spread his wings like wildfire, burning the bridges, towns, and farms, spreading ashes, new growth, fresh colors. That was the first one. Next one is a Hindi and English one. Thank you. बारिश के बीच खड़ा मैं, कड़कती बिजली के पार चला मैं. I am standing in the middle of the rain, walking across the lightning, thunder. कहाँ जाना है पता नहीं, बस चल पड़ा मैं, रास्ते बेजुबान बेरहम बेमरहम. I don't know where to go, just started walking the paths, unforgiving, speechless, heartless. बिना बस स्टैंड के ना गाड़ी आती यहाँ, न कोई रुकता यहाँ. Without a bus stop, no vehicle comes here, no one stops here. घटना यहाँ घटती नहीं, दुर्घटना में देरी नहीं. Incidents do not happen here, and no delay in accidents. इन्हीं रास्तों पे गुमशुदा मैं, मंजिल पे जाना किसे है. Lost myself on these roads. Now who wants to go to the destination? इन रास्तों से बिछड़ना किसे है. बदनामी के मैखानों का दामन छोड़ दिया, बेआबरू ने इन रास्तों से रूबरू कर दिया. Who wants to be separated from these paths? Disgrace has even left the hem of alcohol. Helplessness, shame, stigma made me to face these roads. Alas, such a freedom, gust of fresh air. In hordes they come to take everything away, just to return empty-handed. What I have cannot be shared or taken away. I am here, but I am far away. I am here, but I am far away. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Unmute yourselves. Give some energy to Umesh.
Always doing it.
Oh,
Umesh,
man,
dope.
always.
Dope.
Love it, love it.
Oh, so great.
Beautiful language. I love that.
Unmesh Mohikar from India. And I know I need to be saying this more because I just feel like it's kind of everyone should know. If you want to perform in more than one language or perform in just one language that's not English, you totally can. And I love when Unmesh does that. I love it, man. And even though Unmesh is from India, he's got the spirit of the Nuyorican founders. They were all like, they were like, every syllable counts, and with Unmesh, every syllable counts, man. Like if he was like a parent, and he said he loved his kids equally, he'd be the one person who actually meant it. He treats all his syllables with a great amount of touch and care. I love it. Unmesh Mohikar, go give that man a follow. Love his energy, doing his own open mic. He's got his book out. Check him out. Shout out to Odin versus Loki, who just came in to check us out. I hope you were enjoying your night. Thank you for checking us out and stopping by. I'm glad Generalissimo came in because he's on the open mic list. But right now, we're going to Diane Ward. Hi, Diane. And I just want you to know, Diane, I only flirt with these other women because I know I can't have you. If I thought there was a chance, I would be a well-behaved boy. Nonetheless, it is great to see you, Diane. The floor is yours.
All right, thank you. I want us to get to the waiting list. So I have two Deiku. Deiku, as you probably know, I've changed what haiku are. It still holds to the 5-7-5 requirement. Okay, and I'm sticking with the prompt, and I also have a small piece after that. So anyway, the first Deiku. Please, eye pollution. Bodies we don't want to see. Streakers, no one asked. Second Deiku. I can see through clothes, not always happily, though. The joy of dark shades. Okay, still on the theme. I look like an African fertility goddess in a museum exhibit. My folds I've earned, my layers and protuberances are fortunate folds, not fat. Every layer is loved, thank goodness. Upon standing, my rib cage is almost defined, no Spanx needed here, and every ounce is fortunate. Because I need some fluff to these folds, some of these ounces, because I've been medically warned not to lose but maintain this balance. So this African fertility goddess, when seated with folds fashioned from nutrition, fairness, truth, love, and others grounded, has a healthy beauty, and naked or not, this bod, governed by beauty, my fertile body, holds my fertile mind. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give some love to Diane.
Yes,
Gotta tell 'em.
Man,
Yes.
That was amazing, Diane.
The whole goddess, baby.
Thank you.
Diane Ward. Woo. Sometimes she does work with Bronx Fun Hub with Ron Mark Thompson. Check her out. She's not on the social medias, but she is here with us every Monday here at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Can you believe it? Can you believe this is my job? My job is to listen to like some fantastic poetry, and then I get to flirt with women. Oh, I love it. Married women too. Oh my God, love Diane. And you know what? Okay, all jokes aside, I make a lot of jokes about like I find Diane attractive, which I do. But all of that aside, like Diane is such a fantastic writer, and I love the fact that she showed her comedy and it was very subtle. It wasn't like, look, I'm doing comedy. Like it was very subtle, and then like her writing is really deep. She hosts workshops like. I don't want my jokes to ever overlook the fact that like we have a lot of talented people here. I like to joke as host, but like Diane Ward is so talented. And so married. Okay, Mr. Tesla Somok is next. He had to get bumped later because he was stuck in traffic, but apparently he pulled out his flying car, made it home in time to be with us. Love it. Mr. Tesla Somok, everyone, welcome to our TES Talk. Let the people know where they can find you online, brother.
Sure, I posted it, and then you can catch me on Instagram under Gaseous 2019. It was 105. I had to change a water pump on a truck, and then I just got stuck in traffic. So thank you for putting up with me, and I'm going to jump in. When a river dies, how do you lament the death of a river? The post-mortem chemotoxins, the chemoattractants, and chemorepellents of inorganic or organic substances possessing chemotaxis inducer effects. These chemotactic ligands create chemical concentrations, gradients that organisms, prokaryotic and eukaryotic, move toward and away from, respectively. The haploid, phagocytose, axenic and feasting on agar buffets, reproducing indefinite on E. coli. A valley of reclaimed swampland exiting the southern Sierra Nevada mountains and flowing south, then southwest across the southern San Joaquin Valley through topographic axis into the drainage basin and once the Tulare Lake. The water conveyance, a network of levees and diversions, controls for high flows, systems of canals and drains diverting surface water off the land. The Kern River alluvial fan, a 320 feet above sea level, pulled by a 20-foot gradient towards the surrounding western ridges on its pre-development course. The murder began with a monitoring network to characterize the groundwater occurrence, flow direction, and recharge areas, and a managerial standard approach to easily consolidate and analyze. Thousands of inhaling pipes connected like meth heads with an insatiable desire for the axenic high. The hydrological subbasins carved through geophysical flows, undulating bedrocks formed by folding, faulting. These subbasins exhibiting isolation from larger easterly groundwater via 10-foot anticline subsurface structure which separate aquifers. The interbedded, laterally discontinuous, sandy, silty sediments, unconsolidated sediments by grain size as sand, silts, or clays. The resistance to death specified by these properties, quantifying the flow and the storage properties of the aquifer strata. Abandonment, pesticide, herbicide, and fertilizer runoff deal the last blows. Anyone can see the accelerating signs of meth wasting, oil draining, overdrafting, and the hallowing of the land? How do you lament what has become the cauldron of dope fiends, thieves, and parolees, water hustlers and ex-cons scrambling for survival? How do we lament the death of a river that produced the San Joaquin Valley, the world's top agricultural producer, multi-billion-dollar economic powerhouse, the breadbasket of Central California racism and remnants of Southern white supremacy? The Underground Railroad of crank, crystal meth, major quantities up and down Interstate 5 and State Route 99. Locals say that when you live in a small town, it's hard to get away. The failures always come home like the chickens to roost. Shall we mourn a graveside headstone which marks where the body of water lay? Shall we do it at its headwaters at the basin of northwest of Mount Whitney, or where the last place on earth where it was alive? Shall we do it like the past where the travelers were out of necessity buried where they fell? Shall we mount roadside memorials, our heartfelt statements of grief and love for the victim? The memorial marks the last place on earth where it was alive. But the paradox of the roadside memorial is that the memorial is created and maintained by family members or friends of the river who died. Will we remember to leave bunches of flowers, real or plastic, taped to street furniture or a tree trunk, a handwritten message, personal mementos, more than memorial crosses, ghost spikes, or a plaque with an inscription? The ghost siphon pipe phenomena, where old siphon pipes are painted white and locked up at the accident side, while bikers leave helmets with faceplates painted black. Shall we leave empty black painted water bottles? How do we lament the death of a river?
And give it up for Mr. Tessa Somo.
Fire, my dude. It's science out here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Tessa Somo, welcome to his TES Talk, Gashes 2019 on Instagram. He also runs the Pandemic Poets group on Facebook. There is a lot of information to a lot of different people's open mics. Make sure that you go and check that out. And like we always talk about his writing and his TES Talk, but like what I've noticed about Mr. Tessa Somo's cadence too, right? He does something that I tell people they should never do, but it makes it work. He has his the next sentence is jumping in front of the sentence he's finishing up. It's like it's like eager and it has to get out, and it almost kills the sentence he's saying just to get to the next one. But he makes it work with his cadence. I don't know how he does it, man, because I'm always telling poets in my workshops, don't do that. But he makes it work. But then again, Mr. Tessa Somo, he's a bard amongst a group of poets, so. There it is. Make sure again, you follow me at Advocate of Words. When you spell words, that's with a Z at the end. And of course, because the theme is naked, if you want to slide in my DMs and send your nudes, totally go ahead and do that. Looking at you, Catherine Sweeney and Assam Zane. Assam, you can't be showing your collarbone in here and think people aren't going to notice. I'm just saying, you know what you're doing. Ray Camacho is next. Let me unmute Ray. Ray. Do you want me to call you by your government, or you want me to call you by Ray did this, or Ray? Talk to me.
You can call me whatever you want to call me, Daddy. Whatever feels more comfortable.
Uh-oh. I guess we know who's sliding into my DMs with nudes. Uh-oh.
You know it. All right, let me hurry up. The first,
make sure you let the people know where they can follow you. Then get into it.
Yes, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Ray Did This. I do daily micro poetry. So the first piece is called Sex. Rubbing your beard against my face, twisting my fingers in your chest hair. You smell like my daddy. Second piece is called No Homo. You got a nice butt, naked in my bed. No homo. I wish you would switch teams so I can hold your bat, and swing with a home run. No homo. When I'm sucking your dick while you're watching hetero porn on your phone, because you can't look me in the eyes, because you know my lips are voodoo. A gift from my gay ancestors passed down from my mouth and onto your body. No homo. When you punch me in the face over and over again because I leaned in for a kiss after you finished in my mouth, I guess you didn't like the taste of yourself. No homo. As I stand in the shower, jerking off to memories of you because I can't have you anymore, because you try to kill me in our bedroom and then you try to kill yourself. No homo. Ray did this, written on the bedroom walls in your blood, because you loved me more than I ever could. No homo. As you post pictures on your Instagram, working out at the gym, damn, you look fine, boy. I know you're not gay, but that's okay. I'll get on top of your body like a surfboard in La Paquera. Pero no homo. When I want to hold your hand and we lay in the bed and you tell me not to tell your friends, but I already sent out a tweet. No homo. He loves me not. I mean, she loves me not. Because God forbid I was born to love another man, craving myself a daddy because my daddy walked out on me. No homo. I'm tired of toxic masculinity. I need a man in touch with his feminine roots, with a chest hairier than mine. Paul, I wrote that line for you. No homo. Being followed off the train and into an alleyway, gun pointed to my head, told to get on my knees and suck it, but he still didn't come. No homo. That was your excuse when you cheated on me after 8 years of being together. It didn't mean anything because you didn't come. And I look on your phone and you're still texting him. I love you, baby. I miss you, baby. When am I going to see you, baby? And he's ugly as hell. No homo. After we finished and I asked you if that was the best you ever had, and your face turns to stone and your body crumbles into my bed sheets and it's too late for me and you're already inside my lungs and I cough up your cancer and I can't catch my breath. I still can't breathe. I can't breathe. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Ray.
Ray just did that.
Damn, Ray.
Wow.
That did
Wow.
the 40 code key just did that.
Complete with shout out and everything. Woo!
And you
Ray did this. Make sure you give Ray a follow. Ray is new to our community. He's been here for a couple of weeks. I think it's like only second or third time he's rocked here on Mondays. He also rocks on Thursday with La Bruja. Make sure you check him out. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of him. And according to what he said, I'm going to see more of him. He's going to be sending nudes in my DMs, you know. Paul, you got it. You may have been gotten in the poem, Paul, but I'm getting the goods, just so you know. There you go. You see what they're doing to some? You see what's going? That's how you do it to some, okay? All right, next coming up, we've got Abigail. Abigail has checked us out many a time. She doesn't get to rock too often, but she is tonight. And I think she likes the theme. I think Abigail's with the theme. Abigail, let everyone know where they can find you online, and let's hear your poetry.
Hello. You can find me right now on Instagram at Abigail Polis, Siren Saint Sexual Wellness. Been doing a tantric sexuality life coaching course all year, and I've stopped writing for a little bit because I got to learn. But this one hit me at 5 a.m, and I just fucking had to wake up and just write. And then I found out the theme was naked, and I was like, sweet, I can roll with that. So I was pretty stoked. So I'm gonna let my hair down and take the shoulder straps off. And if I had a little more time, I would have put little Russian doll pasties on my boobs, because this poem is called Russian Dolls. So all right. You are in love with me while I am in love with someone else. Yet they do not love me, since it is hard for wounded humans to be able to stand the deep, intimate feelings of the almost all-encompassing, enveloping emotions of intensely raw and naked lasting love. And I am in love with you because someone in my past hurt me, and somehow you remind me of a sensation I wished I had felt that if I had might have assuaged me when I cowered in the corner alone as a child and cried, or it might have conveyed the feelings of care and consideration that were missing, and at least for a moment hurt me because they were not given with immediacy, so that I felt abandoned and less than worthy of love. And so now, everyone I have ever truly been attracted to in some way reminds me of the person that hurt me most, and so love is a little like Groundhog's Day, where I am perpetually awaiting embracing my own shadow, spiraling within each day on a scary yet predictable merry-go-round, where I seem like I am horribly yet deliciously doomed to circle around repeatedly, chasing the dragon and ephemeral ghost of someone so perfect that they might possibly have the ability to travel back into the past itself and right the wrongs and make smiles of the frowns that small, fragile, tender me felt when I was most vulnerable during my formative years. And so now, all of my lovers seem like little Russian dolls, where each one resembles someone and something about another perfectly painted person before them so strikingly that they could almost comfortably and closely slip into the spaces that I am longing to have filled, where there is barely any room between their body and that of the one that came before or will go after, and so they will become one with everyone as they are connected, and in some ways everything simply, ceaselessly stays the same. But there is a chance that I can splinter the wood that encases the container holding my hosts and enveloping my heart with protection and fortification from the persons and patterns of my past that create this habitual ritual of passion and almost obsession, mirroring every wound that my little inner child cries for into the future, freeing me and calling me out from this prison surrounding me in its hand-painted, intricately crafted, arborist shell by obtaining consent, recognition, and understanding with you, anew and different, no longer drifting into the unconscious, dangling unknowingly. And it is with this knowledge that maybe this time, if we can all admit we are foiled from the get-go by our own innocent, almost nubile follies in advance and right from the start, discuss our flaws earnestly and honestly with almost tenderness, with the most tender of human compassion and recognition of their consistency, yet agree to speak slowly and softly from the calm spaces where our hearts are not currently being ripped open in the painful agony of present moment trauma, and therefore still have the ability to convey messages of thoughtful kindness where we speak with slow subtlety, yet are deliberate in our intention to articulate when we are triggered with stress and tension in the present, and what it is we need in addition to how we feel, and honor the responsibility that it is primarily our own job to give that love to ourselves as an adult. Maybe then, if we can stand the discomfort and sit with the recognition to find the language that is needed to have these difficult, full-grown conversations when they come up, then maybe, just maybe, I will become strong and skilled enough to hold the sublime yet slippery, bloody and bleeding, flawed and fleeting, delicate and pleading perfection of a human heart in my hands now, rather than a child's toy merely meant to amuse me. And maybe then I can create a companion in myself and yet also conjure a partner to accompany me as I walk in the resigned, motherfucker, in the resigned trepidation unflinchingly towards both the infinite darkness and the brightness of cosmic light, slowly and all too quickly decaying from the elation of life, yet always dying inside this corporal body as it disintegrates and grows old with hope, gracefully. And if I succeed in my quest to lift the pleasant and pleasing veils that once tempered the truth of my knowing, then I may not need to fade at least with the feeling that in this lifetime I had never known, naked and exposed, raw, yet true, and perfect love.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for
Damn.
Abigail.
Handled that call like a boss too. Like,
yeah, that's right.
That's right. Up and kept going, didn't miss a beat.
Abigail Polis, make sure you give her a follow. Abigail, please put your information into the chat so that the people can copy and paste and follow it. And I love that imagery, right? Like of the heart inside the Russian doll. And then it's like you could either look at it from like you're trapped and your cage is getting bigger, or you could look at it like your heart is being pushed farther away from you in this. I just loved all of the whole imagery. Go give Abigail a follow, man. And don't call her when she's doing her thing. Such a potty mouth. I love it. I love it. It was so natural. It's like being on stage. If there was a poet who was on stage and they dropped their phone, that's the exact reaction they'd have. I love it. I love it. Y'all are so entertaining. All right, we going to the Bronx, my hometown, with our mainstay, Roz. Roz keeps getting booked so much that she still comes here. I'm loving it, Roz. It is good to see you. Blue looking good on you too. I've yet to see a color that doesn't look good on you. I'm just saying. Roz,
thank you.
Let the people know where they can follow you, and let's hear your poetry.
They can follow me at Through Her Big Brown Eyes on Instagram. This piece that I'm about to do is brand new. I did it for you for today. So it's called She Warrants a Whole New Love Language. Blessed be the hands that navigate her body fearlessly, but even more so the minds that dare get lost in the depths of she. Blessed be the tongues that dare to tangle with hers. Cheers to the hearts that soak up the type of love that she offers. She gives herself cautiously because she's full of empathy. Won't give a shit unless it's genuinely. Don't try to explore out of mere curiosity because she's not made for the cowardly. She is intensity. She is a force, but has learned to leave behind those not meant to walk her journey alongside her. She's an acquired taste. She learned quickly that she is not for everybody. She's a wild ride. No instructions included. No suggested serving size. The only guarantee is that she is the prize. They don't make them like her anymore. That cloth is not sold in stores, but rest assured, it will dress you. Not here to fix you or impress you, just to bless you. You will drink her in, no chaser. You won't want to replace her, so long as you don't try to change her. So long as you promise to be one with the wind beneath her wings and not a leash, let her be. She never had an inside voice, never wanted to be digestible. In fact, she had an insatiable desire to be hard to swallow, so only the bravest would get a taste. She will not shrink or coil. She will not let silence spoil her. She's had even gentle hands try to cage her in, but if even caged birds sing, imagine the gift her lungs would bring if she was loved blindly, without fear of judgment or desire to tame her energy. The best way to love her is purely to indulge in her raw, naked, poetically. Mind, body, and soul, blessed be those who dare to love her as a whole. End poem.
Like that ending, give it up for Roz. Make some noise.
Dope.
That was amazing.
Guys, I love you all.
Beautiful piece.
Yes, Roz.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roz from the Bronx, through her bigbrowneyes.com. Go check her out on Instagram through her big brown eyes. Get to know Roz, man. She keeps getting books. I booked, man. I'm seeing that she's doing all these things. It's got me nervous. It's like she better come back to the Monday night online open mic. I don't care how big y'all blow up. Y'all better come back here, all right? Through her bigbrowneyes.com, through her big brown eyes on Instagram. Make sure you check her out. So I want to see, before we get to the waiting list, I want to make sure that I said what's up to everyone here. Oh, there's Poetical. I mentioned him earlier. And now, well, his video was off, so I don't know if he saw it. So want to make sure that I shout him out. I see Poetic Desire. She's on the waiting list, though. Jane Spoken Word. She's on the waiting list. Did y'all see the new intro? Do you believe that the old intro didn't have Jane Spoken Word or Poetic Desire on it? Like, I finally got a chance to update it. I was like, oh my God, I got to put them in there. Like, how the hell did I not have them in there? They're in there. Moving forward, they are staying. So, yeah. Catherine Sweeney, Assam, my DMs are empty. I'm just telling y'all. I just want to let y'all know. Okay, next coming up, we've got Thomas Connor. Man, the one time I didn't want to get to the waiting list, we get to the waiting list real early, right?
Wow, that's mad foul, yo. That was dope. That was dope. All right, I got you. I got you. That was good.
Do you want to tell them why? Do you want to tell them why? I'm giving you a big curveball here. You cannot get out the park. Why did I say that?
You do it, bro. You say it. I can't. You just go ahead. Go for it.
Because the New York Mets humiliated the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium this weekend. And right now, Thomas Connor is a Met fan. For weeks, I have been making fun of him, even after hearing his endearing story about his father passing on the tradition to him. And it's all great. I still, no, got humiliated, man. Congratulations.
That's why I think you say it, because you were grinding me for weeks. It's all good. It's all good.
Thomas,
listen, it's all New York. It's all New York. I say it that way.
No doubt, brother. No doubt. Where can we find you online? Then let's hear your poetry.
You can find me at Facebook, Thomas Connor, and at Instagram, TAC7371. So I'm just gonna get to it. So I want to hear some other poets on the waiting list. So let's make it happen. We seeking shelter in your warmth. She covers me bad. Ancillary allegory of vulnerability we use to paint the canvases of our perfections. Our connections left defenseless. Helpless, we bend to our needs. I bearing ether, naked, unabated. With not enough hands to cover our spaces, we find imperfectic. But that matters not, as we are holy in our union, barren in our bodies. Your fragrance dipped in floral. You are the her I searched for. Mystical, holy. You are Anthea and Aphrodite, goddess. I burn under the fire you bring. You are Phoenix rising, unadulterated and unabated, and beautifully naked. Peace.
Wait, the unmute button's not working. Here it is. Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Thomas Connor.
Ooh, Thomas, dope.
Thank you, Tom.
Dope.
I love that.
Oh,
Thomas. Good.
Always fire, peace. Thank you.
Man.
Thomas Connor, love this dude. Oh, and before I forget, I'm sorry to mention it earlier. Yo, my condolences and my love goes out to you, Thomas, and your family. Recently, they lost a loved one. Whatever info he wants to put out there, he will. I don't want to put too much out, but I do want to put that energy out, brother. I forgot to I should have mentioned that earlier. I was so eager to get out the sting of the Yankees losing. But all jokes aside, brother, my condolences, my energy to you and yours, man. I don't want to say too much because it's his business. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I was supposed to say anything, but like, I feel like we family. I just want to make sure I put that out there. Send your love to his family. If you pray, if you don't pray, just send good vibes, have good thoughts, for him and his family. Thomas Connor, y'all make sure y'all check him out up on Facebook. All right, next coming up is the man who's very jealous of me. He thought he was cool because he got mentioned in the poem, but ain't no one sliding into his DMs for that just there. It is Paul Conqueso.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Paul, let the people know where they can find you online, so maybe they could slide into your DMs, and then let's hear your poetry.
Y'all can follow me at Paul Conqueso on Instagram. I have a workshop coming up July 17th with the New York Poets Cafe called Make It Make Sense. So that's all I really want to plug. I'm going to get to it because I want to get to other folks on the wait list. First, though, storm gods and goddesses in the building. Men who heal and sing in the building, sound from the underground, Voltron rising, all that good stuff. Storm Force. This piece is called Desnudo. Hold me accountable. Dress me down in words, peel off these layers and leave me bare. See, I used to have a fear of being naked, would equate it to being called out, the literal stripping down, where you have no place to hide the soft center that dwells inside exposure. Like, no clothes, just your insecurities, beauty marks, and scar tissue flapping in breeze. But naked is raw, naked is honest, naked is real, naked is progress. Naked is our paying homage to the god or goddess within our body. Heard that is temple, the naked must be inner sanctum. Thankfully, these days I'm more than okay with my naked. I let it go streaking through the Gulf Coast at night, howling at the lunar tide. Maybe because I grew tired of being on guard infinito, on alert, siempre always wondering what's in someone else's mind when with skin you could just simply see. Our bodies are the canvas with which we make our apex art, but not all of us are willing to paint with oil colors of the heart. Often what happens when we're caught up going on, we've reached our climax. We're together, now we're undone. Won't commit, so we choose to run away. Do we separate? Oh, don't want to give in, so we both gave up. Can't take it back. It's too late, we've reached our climax. I want to let down my guard with someone and not feel judged, gavel banged, body hangmaned in shame because of the way my natural being may seem to them, so offensive and intrusive, fencing with these weapons of my own demise, saber, epee, the foil myself in this narrative, stabbing in guts with that long slender blade. And what's its name? Oh yeah, duel of my fate, where I face mistakes, but accountability is an inability to those who only see the misstep, parry, repost, unguard, and poke torso unguarded. Piercing heart is hardest when all seems inorganic, shrouded by vests and tops and armor, because when your garments come off, so do all bets and all beds. We finish sessions and welcome rest, and I know there's issues we both deflect and spar with that go unsaid. En serio, I'm serial. I'm tired of living in this material sphere. I need ethereal, and I want to be all right with not fighting battles and picking duels which don't belong to me, conflating invasiveness with protection or care, obfuscating the real labor we all must do on self. I want to juice this body until it flows, macerate with pestle and mortar, fix up an order or two. See, all I want to do is make smoothies of you and me, peel this banana back, skin this navel, tasting pulp on roof of mouth, opening the pit of the peach, spit these watermelon seeds, consume the flesh and leave only the rind behind. Coverings tossed aside, leaving only the most nourishing vessels of our divine, pressing like grapes ferment to wine. Girl, relax, take it slow. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm just gonna concentrate on you. Girl, are you ready? It's gonna be a long night. Throw your clothes on the floor. I'm gonna take my clothes off too. I made plans to be with you. Girl, whatever you ask me, you know I will do. Like, say, expose you to the exposure of the downpouring rain our bodies create when the condensation of two storm fronts collide with no barrier between, not even sheets. I mean, I find lingerie sexy, but nothing is quite intensely as connecting as the suits we came into this world into. I'll show you mine if you let me see you. And I say this not because I am thirsty, but that this is how our ancestors intended us to worship us, worthy no matter the depth. I got heart, but the art of choke comes only when open bodies turn four-armed goddesses in motion, blue or golden. Take this flagrant type of exposure, possessing no one, possess no covering, stripped down to only ink and scarring. Our God-given tattoos on body, but no way to fake it. When I take you to cosmic rain, galactic clouds, just look at the universe and how we reshape it, because there is so much love to be created in this world, and we can't make it unless we get naked.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Paul con queso.
Damn, Paul, that was amazing.
I need to smoke after that. I need to smoke after that.
Damn.
No, man. Storm got in the building. That dude just kills, man.
Paul con queso. When you spell queso, it's Queso. Make sure you give him a follow. Slide into his DM so he doesn't feel as bad as me, because I'm totally going to rub it in his face. Now, joking. Make sure you give him a follow. July 17th is his workshop. And damn, Terry Rose put her camera on. Terry Rose, you never put your camera on for me. You putting your camera on for Paul Conqueso and that chest hair of his. God damn it. God damn it. You guys can't do that to me. I'm a jealous host, all right? I am a jealous host. Can't do that to me. All right. Paul Conqueso, make sure you give him a follow. Time to hear a legend from the urban cowboy poet. Let me unmute. There he goes. Where can we find you online, brother? And then let's hear your legend.
Urban Cowboy Poetry, Facebook or YouTube. Okay, I'll do a legend because I wasn't ready for your theme. I didn't know what your theme was. Dad might not be dead when it comes to old Walt Disney. He's the guy that invented imagination, isn't he? Cancer had destroyed his lung. It seems his days were ended, but this man of vision had a plan to get his life extended. Uncle Walt had himself froze in 1966. The idea to suspend his life till science found a fix. He'd hibernate till doctors made a cure for his lung cancer. He still directs the family business through a necromancer. Disneyland is the location of his cryonic birth. Ain't no better sight to chill than the happiest place on earth. He told his family, don't you fret, because I got this all planned. I'll find a cure and wake me up in Tomorrowland. Under Pirates of the Caribbean is where I want to be. Yo ho, fly me. I don't care how long it takes until I see the light. I'll have a nice long snooze like Sleeping Beauty or Snow White. When I went to that there magic kingdom with my grandson, I met Walt's ghost wandering around the haunted mansion. He told me how his body wound up down below in deep freeze. I encouraged innovation. My employees aim to please. One pinned a suggestion on a corkboard with a thumbtack. That's how I began the plan to Imagineer my comeback. Walt said, I see I still bring joy to modern boys and girls. Just like the song, I want to be part of your world. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow waiting at the end of every day. And I'm just a kid at heart, and I still want to play. When I'm reborn, I just might find myself a young wife. It'll be part of that there circle, the circle of life. It does, if Walt Disney does return, is it a miracle of cryonics or just the whole world being fooled by Disney animatronics? Get ready when they thaw him out if you want to see old Walt. They'll release him for a couple of years, then it's back in the Disney vault. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves, give it up for the urban cowboy poet.
Yes, urban cowboy poet. Amazing, man.
Make sure you check out his stuff on YouTube. Look it up, the urban cowboy poet. Make sure you look up his stuff. Paul Conqueso, I slid into your Zoom DMs. Did you see it? You got it? It's fully clothed though. It's fully clothed. All right, cool. I'll send you more info. Next coming up, Poetic Desire. Oh, I love that we got to her. Where is she? Wait, where did she go? Don't tell me she left. Don't tell me she left. Poetic Desire. Oh, she's not here. And she was here like 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago. All right, let's keep it moving. Daniel Villegas is not here. So Jane's spoken word. Is Jane still here? Is Jane? Yes, she is. I see her. Let me unmute her. Oh, and I really quickly want to embarrass Mariela Salazar. Her hair grew. It looks really good. I do nothing I can say. It looks really good. So I just wanted to embarrass you. So wait, Poetic Desire is here. Now I see her. All right, we're going to go Jane spoken word. Then we're going to go to Poetic Desire because we already got Jane unmuted. Sorry about that. All right. Jane, good to see you, hear from you. Where can we find you online? Then let's get into it.
JaneSpokenWord.com. IG is Jane Spoken Word. That's me. So I have a whole other take on your naked. And my piece is called Naked to the Bone. The drums call to me, and I go to my inner space. In a great torrent, I am washed away. Guided through murky waters to ocean waves, an orca attacks me. I am her prey. Gripping tightly to her dorsal fin, billions of tiny bubbles scrub my skin, purify my body being from within. As she breaches out of water, I am propelled in the air, left in despair. Eagle claws grab my shoulders, snag my hair, tear at my flesh with razor-sharp beak, picks my bones, leaves me weak. Bewildered, confused, and frightened, dripping with blood, drop back to my sacred space with a deafening thud. So devastating. I am relieved to see my wolf waiting. He will lick my wounds and make me whole. Not so. With his powerful jaws, he grabs my leg bone. He shakes me violently, shaking me, shaking me, shaking me so hard, slams me to the ground, leaving me in shards. Overwhelmed and confused, helpless and diffused, ghosting the wind like a blade in the dark, dragon fire spits fire, hell, I am his mark. His torrent of flame chars my bones to dust. The essence of me that was me is now crushed. Smashed and thrashed and burned to ashes, my spirit guides gather round me. My fear passes. They will bring me back to life. And this dread and this strife. Overwhelmed and confused, feeling helpless and diffused, return to the ashes of my origin, spreading my dust in fur, on wings, on scales and skin. Dragon circling vortex inhales us deep within, around and around we go like the Wizard of Oz, spinning so violently that we explode. I explode into me, a whole me, free, light, in flight. I am the spirit of the powers that be, and they are me, at one with the universe, the great mystery. The drums call to me, my journey over, myself set free. Peace, y'all.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Jane Spoken Word.
Amazing. So good.
That was my amazing. Take on naked.
Jane Spoken Word. You know, Jane has also actually done a lot of work with a lot of the OGs at the New Rican Poets Cafe. So make sure that you check her out, look her up, okay? And you know, I know everyone makes fun of me like advocate of flirt because I'm always flirting. But you know, one of the reasons I do it, not only because I have fun with it, is that like Miguel Agarin did that all the time. And he flirted with everyone and he hit on everyone. I think he meant it all the time, though. I don't mean it all the time. You know what I mean? Except with Catherine Sweeney and Assam Sene today. All right? Like, y'all not in my DMs. All right? What's up with that? But you know, old school, he did that all the time, loved it. And like I said, and Jane has done work with Miguel Agarin, so make sure you go and check out her work. All right, we're going to Poetic Desire because I had missed her before. There she is. Her camera is coming on and off, maybe. I hope she's connected. I'm trying to unmute her. I hope she can connect. I'm trying to unmute you. Are you there? Poetic Desire. All right. I guess it's not working for, wait, let me try again. Her video's not working. Oh, wait, all right. I see her video now. I see her video. I'm asking to unmute her. There we go. Yes. Okay, cool.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you see me?
I can see you. And by the way, and I love the silhouette, the picture you chose in the background. Okay, where can we find you online? Then let's hear your poetry.
All right, Facebook, Instagram, Poetic Desire with a K, 6-word memoirs, Poetic Pisces. All right, this is called A Naked Truth, and I wrote it just today. Strip me naked, shed all these layers, camouflaged insecurities of unblemished, fabricated impressions, draped in heaps of deprecated self-images, tossed to the ground. You somehow forced me willingly to bear all, to stand before you, uncovered, exposed, free of restraints, free of garnished garments, There I stand in naked flesh, nothing to hide behind, hidden scars revealed, plump exteriors full of harbored hesitancies, every bit of me that is mind, body, and soul, divulged to be indulged, accepted by you fully, eagerly. How do you make me feel so comfortable to let my guard down? How do you make me feel so natural to show off what breaks me down? Only with you can I shed all these flawed layers, one by one, piece by piece, a striptease presented for you, only for you. First, I coyly reveal my mind's inner workings, the questions you ask me, the topics you mention. Our conversations are unique to only us, where somehow secrets become unclassified. There's no interrogation process, just a natural flow of acceptance to share my deepest, top secret thoughts. No matter how serious or nonsensical, you've stripped the barriers of my mind, riding along my brainwaves of wonderment. Have you hypnotized me, entranced me to unlock a jailed door to thoughts kept prisoner and locked to all others? What magical powers do you possess to put a spell on me that gets me speaking with ease, forgetting about all previous sociable rationalities? Nothing is more bearing and naked than that which resides within your subconscious and conscious mind. But even further than that, next you get me to somehow undress before you, revealing a body that has gone through several changes. You've seen me at my fittest. You've seen me at my, let's say, softest. Softest pooches, which jiggle in areas I've least desired its appearances, yet you look at me with such a voracious appetite as if every view you've seen of me is still delectable, tantalizing, and wanted by you. You assure me the allure of me is still so sexy and not just in your view. You feel it should be seen by all, as reluctantly I express how insecure I feel parading in a bikini on beaches, commingling amongst sexier women who pull off a two-piece better than I think I could. Nevertheless, the sexual prowess within me is drawn out so easily by you. You are granted a private striptease, a sexy, showy display of this womanly figure I know is appreciated and loved by you. Stripped of all articles of clothing, you worship every portion of my exposed skin. Nibbling kisses travel along my curvy contours. Gentle sweeping caresses of your finger trace and outline every shape of me, sending passionate shivers throughout my body, quivering in response to your loving endorsement. Melting away in your safe embrace, mentally and physically, I've bared all to you, stripped every layer, stripped every barrier, exposing every secretly hidden portion of me. The naked truth that is the essence of me breaks free, roams openly when in the presence of you. Good night.
Unmute yourselves, give it up for Poetic Desire.
That's how you
That was dope. Poetic Desire. Make sure you give her a follow. Such naughty, naughty thoughts. I love it. I love it. Make sure you give Poetic Desire a follow. She does micro poems too. I think like 6 words. So check that out. That's really cool. I like that idea too. That's really awesome. So want to shout out Lawrence Chan, who didn't even show up, was on the open mic list. Shout out Propaganda Poet, Generalissimo, and Gigi. We've run out of time. I'm sorry, couldn't get to y'all. Make sure y'all check out Generalissimo. He goes to like everyone's open mic. This dude is freaking awesome. Propaganda Poet, and I had to bump him down because he said he wasn't going to be able to make it today. Because, you know, he just traveling across country, Mr. Popular, meeting the people and whatnot. He got to come in at the last second and check us out. And Gigi, unfortunately, she may be having to put her cat Griswold down today, which is really rough, especially us pet owners or us who know Gigi. And Griswold has made his appearance here on the Monday Night Online Open Mic before. It's really sad. So my heart is with her because, you know, pets is like family, man. They like family. So I want to give a shout out to Elemental. Elemental.com. When you spell elemental, that's take the T out, you put the 2 in. He was the emergency co-host today. We didn't have to use him, but it's awesome to have him on the open mic list. Love having this dude around. Appreciate him. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I had a great time tonight. You can find me online at Advocate of Words. When you spell words, that's with a Z at the end, WORDZ. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. Slide in my DMs. Love it. And with that being said, because I feel bad that I'm getting some DM love and he's only getting I'm joking. We're going to have, as you know, we have someone close out the show other than me doing the good night sweet poet poem. Feel like that's what we should do in here too, because it's real community. And we are going to go with the professor from New Jersey, the man who's going to be hosting a workshop with the New Rican Poets Cafe on July 17th. The man who was it last weekend or 2 weekends ago, I shared a live stage within the Bronx offline, and that is Mr. Paul Conqueso. Paul, brother, I appreciate you doing this. Take us home.
Yeah, I'm honored. First, the tribute I did Thursday was all in honor of the Nuyo and Miguel Agarin, so I'm honored to deliver this piece. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Argarin into your home. This has been the Monday night online open mic presented by the New Rican Poets Cafe, hosted by none other than the legendary Advocate of Words. On behalf of the community tonight, I, Paul Conqueso, would like to say good night, sweet poet, and y'all stay good.